the now
5,000 people came to Tamale Airport to meet
We
you.
have pictures.
Disregarding the presence of the president.
Not disregarding, because that is not too present. But then you realize the power of artists and power of music, literally. You know, so president was on the side with 6 beeps, pull out, and then he actually fell in traffic at the move. So these are memorable times and things, and we drove straight to the King's house. May he so rest in peace. I heard he passed. And then he conferred on me the Dancer Warrior title. So to date, when I go to the north and I enter his place, I have to sit on the right hand side and on the chair. I no more go on the floor.
The title Dance Hall Warrior, has it had any impact on you?
Well, yes. I actually was amazed to have had that, conveyed on me by another spiritual leader. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he still remains. Because, I mean, they see what we can't see standing, you feel me? And then that's what I believe I am. And I've always been warrior at heart, you feel me? So to get that through, the music and getting honored as well by that, brings me a lot of honor. It pleases my soul literally and urges me to keep warring on.
Okay.
I know something had a warring done,
Sapashine, the dancer warrior.
Call me the Sapashine. Sapashine could have vexed, could have warrior. Man crown king is a God crown king. So when God's crown king crown the next man king. Original king and I know talking thing. Then you know how real it is.
Wow. So many styles and scales.
Style and pattern.
I know, right? So let's talk 2018. I think it was last Thursday when on this platform we talked about some of your works for 2018.
Yes,
and going through it, we realized that you have been very, very busy in 2018. And I want to believe that all these things have added up to your career as a dancehall artist. Let's go through them. Starting from your tours, that is the EOM album tour. So far, what would you say about the tour so far?
Absolutely. The tour has been amazing. It's added up to my profile, So right now the levels have gone way higher than it used to be last year or last 2 years, because running on stages like the Summer Jam, running on stages like the Reggae Gill, as the African artist for that period, meeting all these top going to Reggae Sumfest and all them. You realize that these things add up, because even in Ghana as an uprising, when you start hitting stages like the Ghana Music Awards, Miss Malaika, and then one day you feel like, yes, it's getting somewhere. Same way outside of the country, if you start touching base on these events and stuff, then you should realize that you're doing something right, you're pushing or acting in the right direction, which is eventually going to throw light on where you come from as even if you're a Ghanaian or from wherever you come from, because literally you move and you go there on a Ghanaian P, except you're not a Ghanaian, literally. Yeah, man. So I only want to say that these things bring a lot of light to us as Ghanaians, and on top of that, to add to my profile and keep it getting taller. I remember say these people out there deal with profile, don't deal with talk and them thing there.
Exactly. So whilst you were there and you realized that this is Stonebwoy alone, maybe you look behind you and you only see Kelvin Boy, were you expecting other top names from Ghana to have been part of this? Not following your tour, but maybe you go to say Reggae Geo, you go to say Reggae Sunfest, and there's a Stonebwoy and there's another Ghanaian artist. Were you expecting that, or you were enjoying it alone?
Not at the particular moment like this. It is broader than me just expecting it or at the moment. What I really wish for is when these Jamaicans go on tour, they're not one person's. You see Anthony B, Bone Tequila, Richie Spice. So it's up to the time, and I feel like we are still working towards that time there, where once upon a time or one day, it's my wish and I pray, and we're still working towards that, which is not my work to do. It's not my work to do to bring other artists with me. Seeing at all, it is my work to make sure I bring myself and push myself to around them stages. So do I wish others to be able to push to that level, so that when we go out there, assuming it will be so beautiful to find Stonebwoy and all the other names there, like you went to the Ghana Music Awards UK, was a lineup. So these people, like, I mean, I can use Jamaica as an example. You realize that they're all over the place when it comes to these festivals, these reggae festivals. They're running the place. They're not just one, they're not two, they're three. So why would I not expect or want for us to also fill up and be numerous as Ghanaian artists on stages like this. You feel me?
So among the tours or among the jams, which one would you consider as the biggest?
Most of them I did are the biggest, from the Reggae Guilds, Reggae Sumfest, they're still in existence. They're some of the biggest platforms, and I mean, Reggae Sumfest is the biggest, and I still stand as the first Ghanaian artist plays that stage there. And Summer Jam as well. I mean, one of the Ghanaian artists I know, Fuse, have been there on Summer Jam stage, and I mean, this only opens doors for more of us. You feel me? So these are bigger platforms that have added to my profile now and shall ever be. And I hope and pray and expect to push harder to do more of this over the time. Yeah.
When you go for such shows, do the people know your songs already, or they get moved by the performances you give them?
Yes, it's a combination of both. You see, that is where you know that as an artist, you have to think from a broader perspective, where it doesn't matter how popular or how not popular you are, or whether they know your song or whether they don't know your song. So it comes as a package. You then have to be able to move a crowd. Once you're on that stage, because to get on that stage, you must have done everything right to get there. So once you're on the stage, you don't expect that every single soul will know your song. Somebody will just see the name and be like, oh, let me go watch out who this guy is. Okay, this year's whatever festival, whatever show it is, I'm gonna attend just because of the name. Okay, I see this guy on the bill, I see that guy on the bill. Let me go experience something new. So what do those people come for? They do not come only because they know your songs or maybe have heard about you or something. They come for a combination of everything. So to do you good as an artist, to be able to put up a great performance, to be able to teach them the song. If they know it already, it's a plus for you. You know what I mean?
Now, I also observed something. I'm sure in one of the shows, not really setting on which of the shows, you played with a band, not with your usual Stonebwoy team, that is the Stonebwoy band. And I realized that because the band was new and you were also new to them, there were no connection between you and them. Are you always comfortable playing with such new bands?
I may not be always comfortable, but these are the hurdles of the game. You understand? There are levels to the thing at every point in time. You know, you don't get it as smooth as, because everybody keeps working on their craft by day. But therefore, you know, you have to also recognize that, you know, you have to push to get to a point where one day you can travel with your whole house.
Is it difficult to do that now? Looking at the level you are going, is it difficult for you to go to all these stores and say you're going with maybe your 7-man band?
It still is, because it depends on the kind of show. You will not necessarily, nobody would pay to fly your band to a club event. You feel me?
No, but the shows you played were not club events.
No, I'm saying.
Okay.
So that means that it can't be all of the shows. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it depends on the show and what the logistics entail and what. I mean, so you can't always run with your band. You cannot always. Sometimes you do like your DJ, you do 1 or 2, 3 tracks. You know, there are different types of it. So I mean, as much as far as we've come now, I trust that on the subsequent events, for some of the shows that require a band, I'm going to fly with my band.
I hear you now have a band. What is the name of the band?
They're called the Beam Band. They're actually people that have experience and have played with all the other artists and still continue to play with the artists. We managed to form a group out of them, so that when I'm working, then I can move with them in that name, under that umbrella of the Beam Band. Okay.
So how many people do we have in the Beam Band?
5.
Okay, 5-man band.
Yeah.
Okay, nice one. Now let's move on to the album proper. That is the EOM album, topping world charts and more. So far, the level it has gotten to, are you satisfied, or you still even want more?
Nobody can get satisfied, or else we should all go home and sleep, because we're finished. You know, you have to continue pushing, you have to continue growing, because after the album, you surely drop singles. You might also probably re-release some songs from the album. A lot of things. Once you're an artist and you trust to keep moving, there ain't no stopping. You know?
What is the biggest achievement of the EOM album for you so far?
Absolutely, all plans that I've achieved for my EOM album. You know, the plans that I had to release it, I've ticked it all out, and I've added some more. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful. You feel me? Like, for no reason at all, I know that album has run 9 weeks non-stop on Ghanaian stables, like Aftown, top the Ghanaian. You know what I mean? 13 weeks, you feel me? And Ghanaian iTunes, it topped at a point from 1 to 24 among the top 200 songs Ghana iTunes. And I mean, and it's obvious. Bawasaba is huge, Manime is huge, most original is huge. So these are, I mean, the bigger songs, me and Obede, Dede, and yet to release Dede video, Tia video, and videos from the reggae songs that features these top reggae artists as well. So it's a plan, and I mean that we placed on the ground, and we give thanks and we give glory to God that it germinated even out over our expectations. As in running into 1 year as it was released.
Okay. Now the business side of it too, has it been profitable so far? Is the account breathing?
It has to breathe, bro. It has to breathe, bro. If it don't breathe, yes, it has to breathe. But guess what? Sincerely speaking, there are a lot of accounts are not breathing enough because of the understanding of certain things. Because guess what? When you go, you see, you don't expect Stonebwoy's following I mean, to be specific, so to say, in Nigeria to be more than his following in Ghana, right? You don't expect Wizkid's, I mean, I just mentioned names, following to be too much more in outside his country. So we have to now make sure that in our country, our stuff, our music, our sales, business-wise, we're breathing. The breath that our things have, the majority of the air in there, of the oxygen we have breathing in our accounts, don't come from us.
Okay. It doesn't come from the fans.
It doesn't come from Ghana, which is not supposed to be. So now we have to look at a way. We have to all be involved to find a way so that business side we can breathe at home and breathe well. That way you see a lot of things to change, because we are almost 30 million population. If a million population is conscientized well enough to know that, look, we are supposed to purchase, or let's take away support from that part there, because they support us a lot. But the understanding of having to know that these things are purchased, these things are bought. That is what these guys do. That's their work. They put in a lot of amount of money into that. It will help. It will breathe better. It will breathe better, and it will help us all. We all will breathing well, because if a million buys my thing for 50p, I'll be running 500k every time when I dropped off Skank. I remember some of the song them drop, I did get some them See?
I get you, man. Now, so let's talk about the Nigeria experience when we went to Nigeria for the Zylofon media thing. Though people expected that the people will know at least top guys like you yourself, Shatawale, Becca, and co. But it was obvious that the guys did not know your songs, and that when we came back, it was the talk of town. Everybody, oh, Zylofon media artists, they are not even known in Nigeria. I don't know what you learned from it.
How do you expect the news to go? The news for go like that. That's how Ghanaians go, you know what I mean? That's the best way they can see things like, yeah, you know, back, I had there, I had cat there, now you see. But you see, when you sit back, you have to, as an artist, I can't fall for that news, you know. I sit back and I wish the news took a different turn to understand that these people play 2080 and Ghanaians fall between 3% of that, because 20 for the world. I remember say Ghana majority of our songs are in Twi and them one day and the pidgin. Even our pidgin sounds different accent wise from there. So it's one thing loving the music and moving to the melody, it's another thing understanding what the song is singing along. It's another thing humming along the melodies. These are different parts. And then it's another thing also when the systems are in place over there to promote their stuff well enough, more than any other stuff as well. You know what I mean? So I see it from all these angles, and I realize that, I mean, this is what it is. That's the expectation. What else do you expect? You know what I mean? And on top of that,
but were you disappointed in any way?
Hold on. One thing I wanted to say is that we all realized that Obibini had a good day.
Yeah.
Why did Obibini get a good day? Do you want to tell me Obibini is more known in Nigeria than I am?
No.
So why did he get a good day?
Maybe because of his choice of songs, the performances he put.
You didn't know the songs too?
No. So
what happened to Obibini? Did he do magic?
Maybe.
Exactly. So members say some other factors also count. The timing he went on was fresh. The people had fresh energy. And Obibini is a great artist who combined performance with skills and rap, and it went on well for him. So we can consider these things from several other points to check it. I went on at 3 a.m. I was built to be the last part, and everybody in this room, the top artists pulling out Ojo, they know that our only top artist skills showing up. Big artists close shows. I've witnessed Capleton perform to Reggae Sumfest to a dead crowd. And Capleton, the fireman, bonfire, and gone. And nobody goes home to say, yo, Capleton weak. Capleton never weak, our big artist. So he comes to close the show, and it's understandable. You're close show, because you're a big artist.
One thing that came up after that discussion was that Ghanaians, we are not doing enough. We are not doing enough promotions in Nigeria. that is one point so many people raise, that we are not doing enough promotion in Nigeria. Maybe brand Stonebwoy. Do you really consciously go to say Nigeria in the name of promotion, South Africa in the name of promotion? Do you often do that?
That's a good point as well. That all falls back to logistics. That all falls back to push power. You understand? An industry like Nigeria, where the government deliberately takes upon itself to push power, they can definitely be able to enter the whole everywhere in Africa and conquer it, like they did to South Africa, like they did to Ghana, like they did to Kenya, like they did to Zimbabwe. So there's rather a different picture from the back scene where we have to look at also. But streamlining it to an individual artist, I believe that in Ghana, undoubtedly, the likes of Stonebwoy, R2B, Sarkodie, not to mention VIP, who are legends, are the most known artists in Nigeria over the time. I've done collaborations with Olamide, done collaborations with Young Six, Burna Boy, a long time, Cynthia Morgan, Banky W, and them on the Techno, and the list keeps going on. About to drop some things with Fino and the rest of them still. So you can realize that maybe the angle we're looking at the problem from Enyahone, or even if a Ghanaian takes funds from Ghana to go and build a radio station or a TV station in Nigeria, you're going to work under the rules, which is 80-20.
Exactly. So you think that is the problem? That is the genuine problem?
That's not, to me, it's not a problem. It's our systems, it's set. See? It's set. So if God being so good, you fall through it and get a big break like one corner, which you didn't have to go through the radio system.
Okay, so one corner never went through the radio system to Nigeria, but then it was.
He never went there to do promotion.
I know, right?
We have songs like that as well. So yeah, man, everything.
Okay, now your Universal Music distribution deal. So far, how is it going? Are you enjoying it?
So far, so good. The reality be told, we're still going back and forth. We don't start doing any project here on this. So everything you're seeing and hearing.
Why are we still going back and forth?
You have to get things right. You have to get things right because you know the world is growing at a very fast pace.
Okay.
And I mean, especially not at all at how it looks standing from Ghana. You might have to go and stand somewhere else to look at it properly to see a good view.
Okay.
So God being so good, giving us the opportunity to travel around, we stand at the point where we live in Ghana, but where we stand to look at the industry, my brother, is from a different point of view. You know what I mean? So we have to take time to make sure we roll things out, or else it's better we stop the music. So no rush in anything. You all heard the news. I didn't break it. Universal broke it by themselves. So we're going back and forth to keep things done. So I just have to let you know, nothing has even started on the Universal side. Not one thing has been released. And all these things
when it starts, what are the things we should expect for brand Stonebwoy when the Universal move starts moving?
Yeah, man, the same way, the push, you know what I mean, the growth. The growth, the distribution, the pluggings, the slottings, and it takes a lot of work. It's not like on a silver platter. It's not bread and butter for nobody who works with all these names. And this is one thing, like, I mean, they hardly talk about. It's more difficult working with these names, probably sometimes more than being independent, because you have to be schooled, you have to get in the tooth, like things have to work well so as to get you going and to get Universal and the names of the names, I mean, whether Sony, Uni going as well. So it takes too much more, and it entails a lot more than we think from here, thinking that once you boss a blank with them there, you're gone. No.
Man, not going yet.
Nah, and I reach it.
Still, man, up a go on, and we are going to get there very soon. Okay, so now let's talk about some collaborations this year.
Yeah, man.
I think I can go through the file Press Nita sent to me, where we talked about Caspar Nyovest. We talked about some great artists. How is it going so far? Are all giving you the necessary audience you wanted from them?
Yeah, man. So far, so good, because it's better to take a step than none. And once you have a plan, and God blesses the plan to work. You saw us go to South Africa over there. I mean, 2-3 or a month ago to perform at the Homecoming Festival. Huge. It had people like Diplo, had people like Major Lazer, them come through the place there. And you can understand that the areas that we're entering, I mean, these areas may be insignificant to the Ghanaian media, not to say the masses, because they don't know. Some, maybe majority knows, but it may be insignificant to the Ghanaian media. But these are the areas where you know that when you keep entering these areas, you know that yes, you are standing on your feet as an artist properly. So we went to SA on the account of these things that we did. Song with Caspar, song with AKA them time there. I mean, being there, perform at the MTV, mamas and stuff. Then couple steppings over there. And these things are opening doors. So the collaborations are working. The ones with the Jamaican artists are working. Logic in the corner sends me a message once a while and say, yo, some more of the bad man them in the yard that talk about Stonebwoy, you know. Enough man go down there and I say Stonebwoy from Ghana, bust down the area. All these things are
the man here say no smart.
I
know, right? Now, so there are some names in Ghana. When you mention them, people will say, oh, they are done with Ghana and you are one of them. Would you today admit you are done with Ghana?
I don't look at things from a Ghana point of view anymore. Yeah, that's what I can comfortably say. I'm never done with Ghana, because Ghana is my foundation. Ghana shall forever be the foundation.
So what I mean is that when they mention such names, including Stonebwoy, people want to say, oh, they don't need to prove anything to Ghanaians again. What they need to do is to go to the globe. What they need to do is to show the world what they've got and not Ghana anymore. Do you, as an artist, have the same mindset for brand Stonebwoy?
Yeah, I admit what they're saying, but that's what I'm trying to define it a bit more, or else it will seem like I said we don't need Ghana, or we don't want Ghana, or we're not Ghanaians anymore. I understand what they mean. They mean that we have nothing to prove, you know. But you still have to keep watching the thing there. We still have to keep the foundation strong so that we can build on top of it. You know what I mean? Or else we can't move. So it's very important for us to be able to, I mean, stay here. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, stay here, but look at things from a different perspective, because that is where we've reached. You know what I mean? So if you want me, that's a detail I can give to that. I'm not literally done with Ghana yet. If I was done with Ghana, I think I would travel out and be like, I'm done. Travel out and come back in the next 6 months and see what happens.
Why, you think when you travel out and you come back in the next 6 months, you lose some funding?
No, if you feel you're done, just maybe
try it.
If you feel you're done,
oh my God! Stonebwoy, and the Pim Nation president is right here. Now let's go straight to Ashama. In fact, earlier this year, I heard that there wasn't going to be a shaman to the world. It was just about the latter part of the year. Then there was a date. Then there was a post that, what's happening?
If you so, you know, say, you know, the easy things, you know, not be easy to pull these things up. And this only tells you how human we are. You know, apart from everything, how we also try, we think through, and I admit to the fact that me and the manager sit down, we think, we say, yo, this year we could put the concentration on being machine. Oh, we turn around, come, the manager say, the lie. We go do it. I say, you sure say we go do it? I'm saying, Charlie, because you know, say, from the look of things behind the scenes where people don't see, too many things that go on, and I love to do things well and proper. But look at how beautiful it's turning out to be. And this is one of the things where I would say and I'll acknowledge my manager for any day, anytime. The road god enough.
Yeah.
And you see, once the thing's set, yo, so, you know what I mean? I say Warren done, you know. Go tell them, you know. We take over the whole of Clarin done, you know. Yeah. So when the team touch the road like that, we must step in and make sure they kick out. And right now the thing gone on the road.
So what it means that you were slow at it at the initial stages?
You see me, I the fit think like from 70 angles at once. Where they just gonna watch me, they think they go. By the time I think for that, I say, yo, that one. And I go support it because I must have thought about that as well. So that be how we did. We complement each other neatly and well. And when it comes to everybody's role, we kick it. More of the thing I say, yo, Dan, love me, man, I deal with it.
Okay.
Enough of the thing you go say, yo, love me, man, I deal with it. So that's it. Shout out to the fan base. I mean, the interim as well. The Beam Nation crew, proper. You don't know, it'll be easy for the down there.
I know, right? I know, but you guys are
I'm
still
big up to Zylofon music
high.
same way, yeah. Especially Nanapia Mensa.
Nice
The
one.
boss, you know, but the Zylofon music today Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
One day we live it up. After the water, we bring the fire, you know.
Maybe you want to call out some names from Zylofon music.
After the water, we do fire time.
Oh, so if I have some 5 minutes for fire time.
Don't finish me on the time.
Okay, good. We'll come back there. Let's go back to Ashaman once again. Last year, the records, according to estimates, were around like 60,000 or maybe
man,
more.
even me if I say 40 because you did it.
No, I was there.
I never saw something like that before.
I was there, especially even in the rain, people were still there.
Shallow star.
Do you hope to break that record this year?
Father, even if I don't break it, I set it, Rasta.
It is still your own record.
Even if I don't break it, I set it, Rasta.
But I'm not sure you would also want it to come down.
Boy, even if it come down to 15,000, 15,000 is small people.
Oh, okay.
Boy, the reality me I deal with, you know.
Okay.
Straight. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? It's true. Come on, man. 60K in the rain and thing. And you want to rush and break in. Oh, break it, I break it. You won't break it, so I cost, so I set it up. So, we keep running, you feel me? We keep running. This is how real I can be. We keep running. Skanking, you know?
What makes the magic? What makes the magic? What pulls the crowd?
I trust that the love they have for the arts, you know what I mean? The love they have for the art and the love they have for music, because music is bigger than all of us. Music has been, shall forever be, and will always be, even after we're dead and gone, you feel me? Maybe in these times, just like from the days of no social net media, to the days of social media, it's just improving via technology and all these developments that are coming up. I believe that once upon a time, people did what we're doing, but on that level. And we're just continuing it as far as music is concerned. It's not because she's here, but there are so many names in Ghana that, you feel me, we don't even know about and haven't heard about. It's not, that doesn't mean that they don't mash up the place before Ghanaian time there. You know, I know about a reggae band called Rutanabo, who has toured the whole of Europe as a Ghanaian band, reggae, been on all the topmost festivals, but nobody knows today. Because it be like the country, we've learned how to conserve our artists, our artistry, our industry as well. And all these be part of the bigger problem, you feel me? The other day at the place we would have a Hall of Fame in Ghana. Proper. So say when you say you be famous or you be proper star, it be thing will be from national level. Scrutinized by all the arms and all the bodies that there be. So say one day when your children of great generation of say my father, my mother, my sister was a star. You walk into that museum, you see the name over there, Miss Paulina who drew we'll see there.
Now let's get detailed. Still on Ashaman to the world. Is Louisa coming this year too?
The whole family, more.
Are you not scared? Looking at what happened last year.
Oh, we give thanks for life, you know. It could have gotten worse, but it didn't get worse, so we hope for the best. We'll pass through again.
Okay.
Maybe I'm gonna bring my baby on stage.
Hey. What is she coming to do?
You don't know how talented I am.
Well, she started singing already.
She did hammer off with one teeth.
I saw you go. And
so
again,
the family go represent, basically saying, I mean, people are, come on, man, we give thanks for life.
I'm sure because of some of these stories coming from last year, people are even not sure of security. I believe now that you are here as the president, you can talk to them.
Oh,
that,
yeah, absolutely. On the ground that time, there was security, but there was that guy who wanted to do what he wanted to do.
But we never caught him.
Exactly, because he did it well. and he had planned to do that and premeditated from home.
Okay.
So he got fortunate. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean there was no security at all. You know what I mean? Not to downplay on the security that was. But this time we've tripled and quadrupled it. And we will be more vigilant personally. You know what I mean? As well, because I believe that aside security and everything else, there's a need to be conscious of the environment for yourself. You don't want to be working with money loose in your arms like you're in your room. You see, you have to know where you did. You feel me? If you have to probably you have to tighten yourself and know that you're going to be amongst a lot of people. You know what I mean? Assuming, say, you see the masses, when they did it, they watch the show. I'm not sure that there are security people in there
taking care of them one after the other, yeah.
So people will definitely have their experiences of security issues at the end of the day, no matter how tight security is, because we can't take care of every single soul. So security go there, they're chill like it was. But with the beg say people no go come with adrenaline because you might not be fortunate this time. And if you don't get fortunate and somebody else does something they want to do to you, maybe take the laws in their own hands because of how they feel or felt at the point in time, then it go be sad news.
All right, so Sexy Louisa and the rest of the team, the whole family, we're still coming. Ashaiman to the world. Now, has Sarkodie mounted Ashaiman to the world platform before?
Yes, he has.
Oh, he has?
2 times.
2 times.
Yeah.
Okay, so this year, we have also seen posters of Sarkodie coming as well. Kwakese also coming. Now, what does it mean to the whole team that you have all the A-listed artists on the platform?
It actually means a lot to me for their time and their support, because they see what I'm doing as a support to the nation, you know, because Ashaiman is part of Ghana and part of Africa at the end of the day. So if a brother like me is going through thick and thin to put up a stage like that seeks to bring people together to disinfect them of the mindset that
disinfect
of that dilemma that Ashaiman is wicked. Ashaiman, I see that city as a strong city like other strong cities, other ghettos. I mean, so this is actually for people who believe in themselves and are happy that we're changing the narrative. So they knowing this support it, and I'm so grateful that they do. And the platform is not one that I'm stingy about. You know, knowing that I'm the prime factor why we're raising this, never at all. So I've definitely, my management has done the due diligence, called and informed people who they trust that Ashaiman or people coming from elsewhere would want to see on that stage, and I've done such and such as well. So we're expecting a great one, and I'll use the opportunity to thank every soul who is coming to support it.
Now, after Ashaiman to the world, the next expectation will be Big Nation and Friends. Is that one also going to happen in December?
Yes, sir. That will be the 3rd year running. But before then, we would hit my headline show promoting the album and in UK as well, Islington O2 Academy on the 22nd of November.
Oh, okay.
I mean, so it's gonna be a one-stand headline show to kick the thing up. And I mean, like you said, somebody will say that as for Stonebwoy, then they finished for Ghana. These are the things that we are doing out there that we're struggling to stand proper as well, because members say it's just like saying that somebody has finished from their home and they have to conquer other thefts. They have to come to Ghana. And I know how difficult it is for people. I mean, imagine there's no foreign artist who is a big name here, like resident here, because it's not easy to break through somebody's step. But because our country and our people say we do, like they talk, we do, or but they still push. They make sure say when they enter places. So it's London, it's UK's time this time, and it's been a long time since I performed in UK. Like this is my first headline show in the UK proper. So 22nd November, and then from there we'll come 27th November. From there we'll come do the Beam Nation concert as well
at the conference center, or maybe are we going to the Dome? The Fantasy
Dome will be the place where they pop. And so I don't know yet. I don't want to give wrong information, but definitely Beam Nation concert promises to be a great one. So put your prayers behind us. We're open for business as well, because prayers is prayers, but members say the real thing has to be done. We have to use common sense, or we have to use common sense.
Exactly.
So in that contest, we're open for business, because Beam Nation concert is gonna be the greatest. So watch out. Watch it. Big things happening.
I know, right? Now, still on last year's Ashaman to the World. So many people did not expect someone like Shatta Wale to be on the platform, but then before we knew, he was on the stage, and he performed. Is he coming this year too?
It's my show. I know that I'm coming. I'm gonna be there, but I don't have to worry about who will come or who will come. See?
Has there been any communication that Shatta Wale is likely to come?
I don't know about personally.
Manager hasn't said anything yet.
I'll ask him later.
Okay, because I heard last year they contacted manager that they were coming, and they came.
Exactly, and we allowed it to.
You allowed it to happen, and it happened. When his concert happened, the Rain concert, we heard that you were also there to support him, and the management of, once again, SN never allowed. Did you get offended in any way?
No, I didn't get offended. I just did what I had to do as a mature person who has, who thinks bigger than, that look at the bigger image. And I mean, so I even called Samini and influenced him for us to make the move.
Oh, so you influenced Samini?
Absolutely. To make the move. So we wrote together, drove together. But that's in the past regardless. So it's all right for them. They gave reasons. I mean, they gave tangible reasons to why it didn't happen. But we all know that the bigger picture would have been nice. Hey, imagine, say, at the end of the day, he brought everybody together. Like I saw that as big news, which if I listened to the other part of me, I wouldn't have allowed. But I had to make the good side of me defeat the die-hard fan of me, so that somebody should have it all on a platform one time, so that the whole thing leverages, it levels up. Like, oh, okay, so we don't have no this, we're just trying to be practical. But it didn't happen, and I blame nobody. But it means that I think people are not ready yet. So we don't have to be throwing our weight in all the time. Now we have to hold back until they're ready.
Should they place a call to management that they want to pass through? Would you permit it?
Hold back until they're ready.
Security you are holding back
until they're ready.
CD saying something.
Security reasons.
Security reasons.